Hi, this is Tommy Jana. In this video, I'll be walking you through my COMP3005 term project. Now, I created a movie database. This is an interface that allows users to browse through a list of movies. They can also search movies based on keyword, and then they can also create a list of movies that they've watched and manage that list. So if we look at my design document here, I've listed some requirements and given a background, and I have an ER diagram at the bottom. In this ER diagram, there are three entities. There's the user entity. The user has a username as its key, a real name, and an email. There's also the movies entity, which has a movie ID. This is an auto-incrementing number, a runtime, a title, a genre, and a year. Now, there's an end-to-end relationship between the users and the movies, because there can be any number of users in the database at a given time. A user can have watched any number of movies. The third entity is the creator's entity. Creators have a creator ID. This is again another auto-incrementing number and a full name. There's three relationships between movies and creators. Any number of movies can have any number of creators or actors. So a movie can be acted by some number of creators, a movie can be directed by some number of creators, and a movie can be written by some number of creators. So I generated data for this database using the OMDB API. Using a Python script, I gave it a list of 90 movies, and the script then created a SQL insertion script, which is right over here. There's 90 movies and 318 creators in this. And I use this to generate my database. We can open up Qt Creator. I created my GUI in Qt and C++. So it starts you off on this login screen, and it asks you to enter a username. So if I enter a user that I know doesn't exist, for example, Sarah, it won't let you in. So if I go to the actual database prompt here and select star from users, you can see there's three users I created. I created Tommy Jana, Tommy Salami, and Test. So let's log into one of these. Let's do Tommy Jana. So as you can see, it starts you off on a tab called All Movies. This lists all the 90 movies in the database. There's another tab called Watched Movies. In this tab, it's the list of movies that I've already added to my list, to Tommy Jana specifically's list. And then there's a third tab called Search Results. So we can make a search. For example, if we wanted to find all the movies with Tom Hanks, I could just use his last name, for example, Hanks, and press search. Then I'll get a list of movies that he's in. So Forrest Gump, for example, the 4 Toy Stories are voiced by Tom Hanks, and Saving Private Ryan. So I can refine this search now by double-clicking on any of these entries in a table. On any of these 3 tabs, if you double-click on an entry in the table, it will bring up a new window, Toy Story 3, and it will give me more information about the movie. So it'll give me the list of actors, it'll give me the directors and the writers. Now further on this list, you can also have there's a button that allows users to add the specific movie they've clicked on to their watch list. So let me click on that now, Toy Story 3. And now if we go to my watch movies, we can see Toy Story 3 was added to my list. Conversely, you can also remove movies from your list. So if I double clicked Toy Story 3, I can press remove from my watch list, and as soon as I close this window, it disappears. So we can log out, and we can enter in a different username. So let's create a new user. For example, Sarah. And press OK to add the user. So now when we try to log in using the username Sarah, the database will actually come back with a valid response. So now in the Watch Movies tab, there's now no longer any Watch Movies because the Watch Movies is independent to the user. So let's just go to All Movies and we can add a movie, The Matrix. Add to watch list. And there it is. Now we can also see that my database will differentiate between movies with the same title. So for example, if we searched Ocean's 11, we can see there's the 2001 Ocean's 11 and the original from 1960. I think I've demonstrated all the requirements for this project. Thank you for listening.